Following the TADAT podcast on tax ghosts of 6th of December 2021, there was a question from the audience, and the question is, interesting point that the introduction of VAT can increase cross-compliance and incentivizes companies to register. Do you see this increase in compliance in countries that have introduced VAT recently? Well, thanks a lot for that question. Let me try to answer it quickly. Well, it is indeed the case that one of the advantages of the VAT in principle is formalization, in the sense that firms that buy from other firms that are registered could claim their inputs back in their tax declarations if they're registered for VAT, but they cannot do the same if they're not registered. So that creates an incentive to register for the VAT. But this requires some caution on whether it actually occurs in practice and the extent to which it occurs in practice. There are various reasons for that. One is segregation of trading networks. So it might well be that VAT firms, as in firms that are registered with the VAT, trade with other firms that are also registered. And on the other hand, firms that are not registered trade with firms that are also not registered. So if those trading networks are quite separate, then that formalization effect is less likely to happen. But also we know that especially in low-income countries, the VAT chain is quite broken at various points, and this is of course also linked to evasion anyway on the sales side. So it might well be that that will decrease the incentive to formalization in practice. The question asked specifically is if we see an increase in compliance in countries that have introduced the VAT. And the answer to that question, to that specific question, is very difficult because at least one reason being that the VAT is typically introduced within a bigger package of reform. So it is very difficult to disentangle the effect of introducing the VAT from the effect of the broader reform that is typically around it. So there might be a study that has looked into it, but I have not seen it, and I think there are empirical challenges in evaluating that potential effect there. So yes, there might be some benefit from the VAT on formalization. That is certainly possible. I think the broader point here is that there are reasons why we need to be a little bit cautious as well on expectations of that benefit happening in practice. Thank you.